Hello and welcome back. So, today we are going to discuss something related to the ongoing COVID 19 pandemic. With so many dear ones departed and so many still struggling, we are facing a very serious situation. And surely it's getting tougher and tougher with the development of new strains, co infections, and sadly, the depleting healthcare resources. One of such medical resource whose depletion have presently affected us severely is the oxygen. Being an important gas required for our very own survival, its availability have been hit hard as more and more people have become dependent on medical oxygen cylinders to maintain their oxygen saturation while suffering COVID-19 infections. While a lot many alternatives are being tried to provide oxygen to the increasing number of cases, the supply and demand ratio still have not reached a balanced number. The government of various countries have even acquired industrial oxygen for medical use, while new oxygen plants are being set up at various places. But will this be sufficient? After all, everything that can be filled up has a tendency to empty. So, what can be done? Maybe an alternative would be to not fill up what is continuously present in our air, but rather to use it in its continuity. Yes, that's what our topic for today is. We are going to discuss what oxygen concentrator is. A device that concentrates oxygen from air by selectively removing nitrogen from it so as to provide oxygen directly to the patient. Air consists of mostly nitrogen and oxygen, that is 78% of nitrogen and 21% of oxygen, while the remaining 1% are other gases. The oxygen concentrator removes the nitrogen from air and thus leaves a concentrated amount of oxygen. There are two types of mechanisms which these oxygen concentrators use. First, pressure swing adsorption, and second, membrane separation. Pressure swing adsorption uses a zeolite mineral on which the atmospheric nitrogen gets attached loosely, while the oxygen and other gases moves quickly, leaving nitrogen behind. It has valves and an air compressor which helps in delivering the oxygen to the patient. In membrane separation, a membrane acts as a barrier through which oxygen is separated from the air and passed on to the patient. Now let us discuss the commercial use of this oxygen concentrator. There are two major types of oxygen concentrators. First, the continuous flow oxygen concentrator, and second, pulse dose oxygen concentrator. The continuous flow oxygen concentrator ensures that same level of oxygen is delivered continuously to the patient without any regards to the patient's breathing pattern. But in pulse dose oxygen concentrator, the device detects the patient's breathing pattern and then delivers the required amount of oxygen based on the pattern. Thus, in continuous flow oxygen concentrator, the flow of oxygen is continuous until the device is put off, while in pulse dose oxygen concentrator, the device will work when patient cannot maintain their oxygen saturation. Now coming to liters and cost, the available oxygen concentrators come either in 3, 5, 8 or 10 liter per minute units. Normally, a 3 to 5 liter per minute unit is used which costs around 40,000 to 60,000 and a 10 liter per minute can cost around rupees 1.6 lakh. If buying for home use, always buy from a trusted source as with the rise of the demand, a lot many fake oxygen concentrators are circulating in the country. Common oxygen concentrators that are available are Philips Airflow of 5-liter capacity, BPL Oxy 5 Neo, Biomedical's ABM Oxycon 11, and BPL Oxy 5 Neo Dual. In conclusion, I would just like to say that oxygen concentrators were ideally used only as a home care device and works very well for patients who are mildly and moderately affected by a respiratory problem. It can help in meeting oxygen demand in patients who have oxygen saturation of up to 85%. But for lower concentration, the oxygen concentrator may not be effective. It should be purchased only if the need be, as the government is already acquiring this device to help meet the oxygen demand of the moderately and mildly infected patients while keeping oxygen cylinders reserved for the severely infected patients. Lastly, I would like to request all to not panic in this situation, be optimistic in fighting this virus, maintain social distancing, wear a mask, and stay safe, stay healthy.